Hey, how's it going, guys? So I just wanted to go ahead and make a kind of quick video here because I've been trying to record this for a while now. Third time's a charm, hopefully. So first things first, my name's Tyler. I go by Zaney online, and I will also go ahead and take a few seconds to thank my fantastic Patreon supporters. Thank you guys all. I'll be throwing up a screen right here. These are all the fantastic guys who support me over there. Thank you. It means a lot, all of you. I still cannot believe that I have people that support me financially here on the channel. That's incredible. Thank you, guys. And if you want to join any of them, the link will be down in the description below, as well as a link over to the Discord if you want to meet and talk up and have a good conversation with all of us. Check it out over there. I also have an IRC channel that you can find on libera.chat or LibraChat, however you want to say it. It's hashtag UnixTube, so you're welcome to join over there. I try to be in there as much as possible, but let's be honest, I slack quite a bit. So anyway, let's go through my system here and what I use. First things first, I use OpenBSD. I probably won't be leaving OpenBSD anytime soon, and I understand that some of the people that have kept up with the story of me here on the channel using OpenBSD, it's not like OpenBSD hasn't had some quirks and issues, but personally, I like it so much that I'm going to keep using it. So yeah, that's what I use. I like it, and one of the things that OpenBSD comes with is the Calm Window Manager, or CWM, and it's a fantastic floating window manager, which is not what I typically use, if we're being honest, but I enjoy it very much so. So before we dive too much into my rice and my system, I do want to go ahead and say, look, all of my stuff is available here on my GitLab. The link for this is in the descriptions below, and I believe it's just going to take you to my page. I don't think it actually links you straight into my dot files. Maybe it does. I'm terrible at remembering. Just in case you're unfamiliar with using GitLab, when you go to, if it takes you to just my place, and you probably won't have the list of personal projects here. Just click on personal projects and you'll see all of my different repos. Again, I know a lot of people are familiar with GitHub, and GitHub and GitLab do things a tiny bit differently. So, and that's how you'll find my dot files repo here. I have some OpenBSD guides as well. My custom build of Pycom, which we'll get into here in a little bit. But this is my system. This is what I use. Hopefully you find it nice, because, well, we're going to dive into how I use it. I'm clearly using the Dracula theme. If you've ever seen that color scheme before, it's a great color scheme, and you can find the color scheme by just going over to draculatheme.com, and they have a ton of different things that they support, text editors, X resource. They will cover a lot here. Like if I just wanted to see X resources, we got that here. Qt applications, you got Qt5 here. Like you have a lot of different options when it comes to easily getting this theme into whatever you use. And it's also really nice. It's a really, really, really nice theme. It's really popular. I wouldn't say that it's heavily overused, but it's extremely popular. That's for damn sure. But I'm using Qt browser as my web browser. Qt browser as my web browser. That just didn't sound right. But I prefer this over Chromium for some reason. Really don't know. It's just, I do. I really like it. Now, when it comes to Qt browser, you have a lot of oddities. One being Qt browser and extensions are a little weird. You can get different things and get them working. It's not going to be as simple as just popping over to the Chrome Web Store or the Firefox, plugin manager, extension manager, or whatever that shit's called nowadays. But it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But if you want to get I have Dracula like GitLab, this is not the way GitLab normally looks, especially if I was not signed in. This would just be, like white background. And so I'm using Dark Reader here in Qt browser. And if you want to know how to do that, you can pop into my .config directory into Qt browser, and you can just copy these 2 files I have in here over into your Grease Monkey folder inside of your Qt browser folder. And if you go into the Dark Reader JS here, it's a big ass file, so it'll take a second to load. But then we can go all the way down to the bottom, and you can change the colors right here pretty simply. So you have that option. If you want to use this, definitely check it out. It's really good. It's like really, really good. Really good. But the wallpapers and everything that I use are also available here. The import rice Unix porn, this one is what I'm using for my login manager, which is XenoDM, because I can't really easily show off XenoDM without like recording on my phone or something. I'd have to split it up. I will just go ahead and say, hopefully you guys who are interested in OpenBSD know I have an Etsy folder here with OpenBSD specific stuff. And then if you wanted to see how I set up my login manager, display manager, whatever you want to call it, these 2 files here, just this one sets the background, and the other one, determines like frame width for login, like the different separators and frame, and like the width of that, colors for the background and input color, all that neato stuff. It's all put in here. And I also have the fail, have kind of like a little joke, like, who the fuck are you? But yeah, so that's pretty much that. Now I've themed up a lot, because I typically don't have a lot of stuff. You can see even in this GIF or GIF, whatever you want to call it here, when I open up GIMP, it's not themed or anything. I have fixed that. It's using the system Dracula theme, so it looks all nice and good. And I mean, it looks GIMP looks fine by default. If maybe that's a crazy statement, I don't think so, but yeah, GIMP, I really like the look of it. Also, there's the thing of, when it comes to my system, I kind of also like to have everything be kind of consistent. That would kind of be ideal. And one of the nice things about Dark Reader, or not just Dark Reader, but having everything themed on the system means, just everything looks nice. Because this is, technically speaking, this is Qt right here that gives me this little pop out thing here. And if I haven't themed Qt, then it doesn't look like this, and all stay nice and coherent and all that good stuff. So I use Qt5C. So let me load up Rofi. Obviously, Rofi is another thing I use, and it's themed as the Dracula color scheme. But if I go down to what am I trying to do? Qt5CT. So if we go here, it is super easy to use Qt5CT. Like, I think most people can use it. It's pretty simple. You do have to put an export line for an environment variable, but it will have a pop-up and tell you that you need to do that. So I feel like most people who would be theming a Linux system and are kind of using something, well, maybe not even a Linux system, a Unix system in general, and using something other than just a stock KDE or GNOME is probably going to know how to set environment variables. If you don't, it's an easy Google search away. So yeah, this is super simple to use. And then when it comes to Caden Live has been something that I've never had a lot of luck theming. I'm using Kavantum to do that. And Kavantum does work in OpenBSD. I will try to remember to link below to Kavantum, and also there is a specific issue on GitHub that mentions how to build Kavantum for OpenBSD specific, because as far as I know, it will always fail with CMake, but with QMake, as long as you give it the correct build command, it will work. And you slightly have to modify it, very slightly, but I'll try to link to something below that will talk about that, so you can see that issue and see what you need to do if you want to use it on OpenBSD. But if you're unfamiliar with what Kavantum is, it's like an SVG theming tool or whatever. It's a theming tool for built for KDE applications. Okay. Simple way of putting it. Once you install it, you'll have something called the Kavantum Manager. When you open this, you can download your theme. And for me, I'm using Yet Another Dracula. That's what it's called. And you can just search Yet Another Dracula, Kavantum, and you'll find it. And then once you've downloaded that theme, it will have a Kavantum folder in it. And you can select a Kavantum theme folder, go navigate to it, find it, click install this theme. Then it will install, and then you can just click on this option here, change and delete, and then click on this drop-down menu, find the thing that you're looking for. If you're using what I'm using, Yet Another Dracula, then click use this theme, and then there you go. You've installed and applied the theme. And then all you'll have to do is open up Caden Live, and once you do open it up, obviously, I've got this nice Dracula color scheme here. Looks all coherent. Looks great. I mean, this section up here could probably use a little bit of just a little bit of worky poo, but you know, it's all right. It's fine. It's fine. You can pop down here into style and then choose Kavantum, and it'll work. Super great. Super great. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Because now I don't have to burn my retinas out, you know, to just edit video late at night. And then when it comes to the rest of my system, to be honest, you know, it's just kind of straightforward. Like, you know, I use XTerm as, well, my terminal emulator. If I go into my X resources, see, got it in here. Vim is using the actual color scheme for Vim. It's not just pulling from the X resources or terminal color scheme. I actually do have the Dracula theme for Vim installed, which is really nice. You know, it's good. Like, I don't really see any need to change anything. It's great. I like the Dracula color scheme, and I also like how the system is now not ever going to burn out my retinas for any reason. So, yay. But that's kind of the color scheming of everything. Pretty basic. Just in case you haven't seen CWM, I will also try and throw up a card right now because I have a video covering the Calm Window Manager, and it's been a great video. It performed really surprisingly well. So just in case you haven't seen that, you can go over there and check out the CWM Window Manager. It's just a fantastic window manager. I love using it. If you're a hardcore tiling window manager user, probably not going to like it. You can get tiling functionality in CWM, don't get me wrong, but it's not designed really to be a tiling window manager. You know, it's meant to be a floating window manager with some of the capabilities of tiling window managers. And of course, third time recording this, I'm still going to get pop-ups on my phone. So sorry about that, boys. Hopefully that wasn't too distracting. But the final cream of the crop here that makes my system is the Pycom, or the version of Pycom that I'm using. So Pycom here is what's giving the shadows around windows, the rounded corners, and the nice animation effects when I, do something or, I accidentally closed that, move around on the system. I, have nice animations for all that. That comes from Pycom. I'm using PyJulius's Pycom, his build of Pycom. It's got the best animation code I have literally ever seen in my entire fucking life. It's fantastic. Highly recommend it. But I have it forked and over here for anybody who wants to use this build of Pycom on OpenBSD. So if you're on Linux, you can just go here and hit PyJulius's fork of Pycom. If you're running OpenBSD, then I have my own fork, which is literally just his fork, but with modified instructions for just OpenBSD. So you can run through here, install it, and then the one thing that I will say to recommend, you can use my, what am I trying to say? You can use my config for Pycom, but I do want to make sure that you guys know this. when you launch up Pycom, you'll have to give the animation options, and you won't necessarily have to give all of these options for the animations, but you'll have to give at least this flag to get the animations, and that'll just run the default settings. And then I've got a slightly changed settings and everything here. So yeah, that's in my .x session if you want to see the command that I run with the settings that I use for the animation code. So yeah, that's kind of what finishes off the niceness, kind of, at least in my opinion, the kind of premium feel of my system, at least, again, in my opinion. And if you have any questions, if there's anything that I didn't really cover here, please let me know, and I would be more than happy to talk about it. And if there's anything else that I can do to talk about or show off on the system that you think is really interesting or be relevant, please just let me know. But yeah, I think this is about it for this one. Again, thank everybody who supports the channel. Thank all of you guys who like, comment, subscribe. It means a lot. Thank you guys. Please don't forget to do that kind of stuff on your way out, especially if you're new around here and you like this type of content and you'd like to see more. Definitely do that, and have a fantastic day. Bye.